Yeah, what and all resources that we have to assign to create a VM. Okay, how the things will work. Um, all these things we have discussed in the last weekend. Okay, so in this session, we are going to cover installing the virtual box. First, we'll start with the demos, installing the Oracle virtual box, and then creating a VM, and then installing Windows Server operating system, and then will install, if possible this weekend we'll complete the SQL Server installation, guys. Okay, so creating installing virtualbox, it don't take much time, hardly 5 to 10 minutes, and creating VM and installing Windows Server operating system, hardly it will take 30 minutes. After that, okay, so we have to install some prerequisites like .NET framework and all these things will be done by Windows team, guys. So just a brief. So now we want to install SQL Server, right? So installing SQL Server, okay. So generally in the organization involves lot of teams, like multiple teams, guys. So if I want to install SQL Server, first I need a platform. If I want to like create a platform, I need one virtual machine. So this will be taken care by the Windows team. So if it is a new machine, if it is a fresh installation, so first the request will goes to the Windows team. So Windows team will create the virtual machine, and then they are going to install the Windows Server operating system, and then they are going to install the prerequisites like .NET framework and all. So they are going to enable the RDP, remote connections, and network team and storage team. Okay, based on their activities, network team also will enable some network communications and all. Some they will open some ports and all. So all these things will be done by different teams. Once everything is ready, then the machine will comes to DBA team. That means you have to take the IP address or computer name of that machine. Once everything is ready, they will update you in the ticket, right? Everything, the process, how the process will go, guys, in the organization. For every work that you are doing, there should be an accountability for budget purpose and for your performance and to check the status. So for everything, we need a ticket. Okay, without ticket, we don't do anything in the organization. Ticket is nothing but a process. For example, if your internet is not working and if you raised a complaint, you want to see the status, right? What is the status, whether any engineer assigned or not, who is working on it, what is the ETA, when it is going to be fixed, any other things that you have to do, any information they are waiting for from your side. So everything that will be mentioned in the ticket, right? For example, if you are not, you just raised a complaint that your internet is not working. To troubleshoot, they assigned one engineer. Maybe Sunday you are not there in the home, they will come and visit the home to fix the issue. Sunday, if you are not there in the home, so they are going to schedule it on Monday. That means everything will be tracked in the ticket. So if someone is coming to you, coming to your desk and hey, please install SQL Server, we don't directly install, guys. For every work that you are doing, there should be an accountability in the organization. Okay, that will help you for budget purpose, for accountability, for tracing, for tracking. Okay, and in case if something goes wrong in future, they are going to refer the same ticket, guys. So for all this purpose, whatever work you are doing, we should have a one ticket. Ticket is nothing but just a request, guys. It's a form kind of thing. Okay, so who raised it, when they raised it, what is their requirements, what version they need, what and all components they need to install, on which machine they need, for which application they need, what should be the RAM, what should be the CPU, what should be the storage. So all these things will be mentioned, guys. Okay, so once this was created, so based on the activities that has to be performed in the ticket will goes to different teams. Like as discussed, if it is a SQL Server installation on a fresh machine, first Windows team has to create that machine. So once they created that machine, then Network team, they will do some changes from their side. Storage team, maybe they will add some storage. Finally, it will comes to you as a DBA. You have to install the SQL Server. So this is the process, guys. Okay, so this is the process. So now what we are going to do? We are going to install Oracle VirtualBox, but this will be done by which team, guys, in the organization? Installing Oracle VirtualBox will be done by which team?
Windows.
Okay,
OS team.
Windows team will do that. And after that, we have to install the operating system. So that will be done by which team? Which team, guys?
Windows team.
Installing the operating system is also done by Windows team only. And then networking kind of settings, everything will be done by Windows team only. Finally, we have to complete our task, guys. So now what and all things that we are going to cover, okay? So those things will be done by the Windows team in the organization. Installing Oracle VirtualBox and creating the VM and installing the Windows Server operating system and enabling the RDP. So all these things will be done by the Windows team, guys. So you don't need to worry, but throughout our practice, we are the Windows team, we are the network team, we are the storage team. Okay, throughout the practice, we have to do all these things. So you will get good experience on all these things, guys. But in the organization, we don't do it. And you will not have permissions also to do that. And again, don't think for every SQL Server installation, they will install Oracle VirtualBox. No. For example, if you see, I have already installed Oracle VirtualBox. That's why I'm asking someone to share the screen and to install the Oracle VirtualBox. Why? Because environment is already created. I can directly go ahead and I can create the VM. So this is how it will be, guys. Not for every machine they will install Oracle VirtualBox. Already VMs will be there. Already Oracle VirtualBox will be installed in their organization. Simply when they want to create one more VM virtual machine, then simply they are going to create, okay, a new machine using the existing resources, guys. Okay, as we are doing it from the scratch, we don't have the setup. That's why we are installing Oracle VirtualBox and all. Clear, guys? Are we good? Everyone, questions, doubts before jumping into the demo?
And I have a question.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, once we receive the request to set up any new dev environment, or set up any test environment, so this task they will raise it. That is the only thing which is enough for entire work. I mean, like Windows, network, and in SQL, or we need to raise
It
separate
depends on the
request for
organization to
that.
organization, Charan. Depends on the organization to organization. Some organizations, again, Windows team, for their tracking purpose, they will again raise one more ticket for some organizations. In some organizations, like one is enough. In that one ticket, child tickets will be there, SC tasks will be there, C tasks will be there. These are the child tickets. Okay. So in that,
Yeah.
they are going to track everything. So it depends upon the organization SLS. Okay, in some organizations, they will create a Windows team will create a separate ticket, network team will create a separate ticket, storage team will create a separate ticket, DB team will create a separate ticket, like that. In some organizations, everything will be tracked in a single ticket.
We don't need to raise any change, right, initially for this.
Depends again. See, change at this moment, we are not going to discuss. Change, what is change and all, we have a separate sessions. Yes, in some organization, if it's a new installation, just request is enough. In some organizations, if you are doing on the existing machine, for example, when you are installing, you have to reboot the Windows machine for best practices. So if you are doing it on the existing machine, so if the existing machine is already a live application is running on that, so if you are going to reboot that existing machine, so it will impact the live application, right? In that scenario, you have to raise a change request. If it's a fresh machine and all, most of the organization, they don't need change request, but again, it depends on the organization to organization. So what is change request and all, I'll tell you guys, you don't worry. Okay, during the patching, we'll discuss about the change request. That is just a process. That is also one kind of ticket. Change request is also one kind of ticket. If you are doing any changes to the servers that you cannot directly do it, you have to raise a change request. You have to take the approvals. Once the higher authority approved that change, then only you are able to do anything on the production server, guys. Okay, so this will be discussed in the patching. Okay, so Charan, for your
Okay,
question, the
very stand.
answer is for your question, the answer is in some organizations they will raise a change request to install the SQL Server. In some organizations, okay, it's not mandatory to raise a change request.
Yeah, in my organization, like as this is a new project, we don't have any standard documentation on that. So that is
Mm.
the reason
Yes,
I'm asking.
you these things you have to discuss with your client. This is called SLA, service level agreement. So for what and all things they need changes, change tickets, what and all things that we can do without change tickets, they have to confirm, not a DBA team.
Mhm.
Okay, the SLA, the client has to confirm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, questions, guys? Questions? No questions. Are we good? So what will be the next step, guys? We have to install the Oracle VirtualBox as it's already installed in my machine. Anyone who joined from the laptop, please share your screen. Okay, and then you can install the. You want to share? Okay. Okay, done. So let me stop sharing then. Yeah, Jairam, you can share the screen. Yeah, 1 minute. I'll tell you. Hmm. Okay. So guys, those who don't know what is Oracle VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox is a virtualization software. Mm, Like this software will help you to create the virtual machines. So in the last class we have already discussed. So I guess some of you, this is the first class, guys. So I'm not sure whether you have gone through the last class recordings. So if you haven't gone through yet, just go through the videos once and just watch it. You will get a clear idea. Oracle VirtualBox is a virtualization software. Using this virtualization software, we can create multiple virtual machines based on your resources like RAM, storage, and CPU. Okay. So now we are going to install Oracle VirtualBox. Again, this will be done by the Windows team, not a DBA team. Right now, excuse me, 1 minute. Yeah. So, Jairam, you can just type download Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah. Click on the first link. Okay. Now, just you can see one option called older builds. You can go down why it was changed or what. Okay. Go back once. Just type download Oracle VirtualBox. Go back. Just type download Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, the second one. Mm, VirtualBox downloads. Click on the downloads, second one. Yeah, that is also fine. Yeah, click on that. Which browser it is?
Edge, sir, Microsoft Edge.
Edge. You are not using this Chroma.
No,
Oracle
sir.
VirtualBox package. You can see an option called older builds. Okay. 1 minute. Let me share you the link. Okay. It shouldn't create any confusion. That's why. Okay. Download Oracle VirtualBox.
Also, please share to us.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. I guess it was changed. Okay, fine. No problem. Windows hosts and change Oracle VirtualBox. Previous release VirtualBox, older downloads. Okay. Mhm. Okay. I'm just posting this link in the chat, guys. You can just go through it once and from here you can download it. Okay. Control V. Yeah, just open this link. So you can use we have like how SQL Server versions are there. In the same way, we have Oracle Virtual. Every software will have version, guys. So we are using Android phones, right? Android phone also having versions. Android Marshmallow, Android KitKat, Android Oreo, right? These are the versions of Android, guys. Right? So in the same way, this is also a software, right? Oracle VirtualBox is also a software. So every software will have a version. So we are going to use 6.1. Okay, so you can click on the VirtualBox 6.1, the second one. Okay, so no longer supported, no problem. You can just click on the Windows hosts. Okay, you can see, right? Windows hosts, click on that. Yeah, so once you click on that, automatically download will be initiated, guys. Downloading and installing is very easy. It's not so difficult. Okay, so don't go for 7. I guess some of you are using Windows 10 laptops. Some of you are using Windows 11 laptops. So if it is Toolbox 7 version, you cannot install it on the Windows 10. Again, you have to upgrade your laptop, and also better, everyone can use VirtualBox 6.1.50 version, guys. Okay. So now, remember, guys, whenever, just a minute, Jairam. So whenever you are installing any application, open it, you can open it. Whenever you are installing any application, so remember, guys, the application related files you have to always open with run as administrator. Okay, so sometimes if you don't have enough permissions, the installation and all will be failed. So it's please habituate this action in future also, in the organization also. Any application related files, okay, you have to always open with run as administrator. So if you don't open with a run as administrator and if you directly double click on it, so sometimes it might throw the errors, different errors. And even sometimes you will not get troubleshooting also. You can't even see the solution also in the Google. So very simple solution is you have to open the application with run as administrator. So always try to use any applications with a run as, any applications you can open with run as administrator. That is the best practice. So what you can see on the screen, Jairam, right? So yes or no? Is it
Sir,
showing? So
no, sir, it's
just a
I
white,
will.
yeah, just right click, run as administrator. Just hit yes in case if you can see any heads and all. Why it was
It's
attached
asking
to,
Microsoft or Play
yes,
Store permission, I think.
yeah, maybe you have enabled some extra settings. This is Windows 11, right? Hmm.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So just give the permissions. I don't think it will ask the permissions generally, but in case if you can see anything on the screen, just give it. If you can't see, just use
No, sir,
all.
it's showing the blank window,
If you can't see, just
white one.
use Alt Tab. Check whether any pop-ups are there. Use Alt plus Tab. Check any pop-ups are there. So something I guess enabled.
Nothing.
Ah, let's wait. Okay, so it is taking some time. It shouldn't be like that, guys. When you click on Run as Administrator, you will get a application interface. Just next, and install. Okay, that's it. You don't need to do anything here. Let's wait for some time. It is taking some time. Yeah, okay, like this you will get it, guys. So wait. So you can install it using same. So it's not our application. So as discussed, Windows team will do the installation and all. So blindly you can just install next, and finish, guys. Okay, just click on next. And in case if you are getting any yes or no, click yes. That's it. Next, yes, install. Right. Okay. So once the installation is done, you can see like this, guys. Right. Okay. So you can see a blank window like this. So you can create new machines using new option. You can add the existing machines also using plus options. So all these things one by one we'll discuss slowly, guys. Okay. Thank you, Jairam. Okay. So I'll share the screen. So once you install like this only it will be. Okay. So for me, let me share my screen. You can see multiple VMs. So these VMs are created for different classes, guys. So you don't see like this, like how Jairam got the screen, like a blank screen, you will get it. Okay, so for me, I'm using it since years, right? So I just created many machines for previous batches and all. So you don't see like this. And Shanmukh, sometimes people come back to me, Shanmukh, I just installed, but it is not showing like you. No, it will not show. Okay, please be muted, Anjan. Anjan, yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, guys, so I'm going to create a new VM now. So we have installed the Oracle VirtualBox, right? So now I'm going to create a new VM, guys. So click on new. Remember, guys, to create a VM, the main resources are one is CPU, second one is RAM. Okay, and of course the third one is storage. CPU it will take automatically. Okay, no need to select any CPUs and all. RAM and storage you have to select. And again, this virtual machine will be created as a file in your file system. Okay, whatever virtual machine that you are creating, that virtual machine will be created as a file in your storage. So in which drive you are allowing to create that file, from that drive onwards, it will take the storage. I'll show you, don't worry. Okay, so now I'm going to name this machine as batch 56. Okay, this is a batch 56 VM. So where you are going to create this machine, okay, you can just give the option, guys. So what I'm going to, I hope you can see my screen. You're all able to see my screen, right? Okay. So,
Yes.
right. So now you can see the screen, right? So in my this PC, I can see two drives. In one drive, I can see 53.5 GB, and in another drive, I can see 39.3 GB. So in which drive you have enough free space, you have to always choose that drive, guys. Okay, in which drive you have enough free space, you have to always choose that drive. So in this scenario, what I'll do, I'm going to use this E drive. Even I can use D drive also. Let's go for D drive, guys. Okay, so D drive, I'm going to create one folder. Control Shift N is the shortcut, guys. So I'll use shortcuts, lot of shortcuts throughout the course. So again, as a professional, it's always good to use shortcuts, guys, so that okay, everyone knows that you are a genuine kind of thing. Impression you can give it, you can give, guys. Okay, so always try to use shortcuts. Write all the shortcuts somewhere so that no need to go and check where is the shortcut and all. Just mention one more file, okay, and just mention all the shortcuts, shortcut keys and all in that. So that very helpful. All around 15 to 20 shortcuts we are going to discuss, guys. Believe me, some shortcuts even genuine candidates also they don't know the shortcuts for some of the things. So that's why if you use shortcuts and all, definitely you'll get a good impression. So to create a new folder, right click, you can choose new folder, or else control plus shift plus N will give you a new folder. Okay, so I'm going to rename this as batch 56 VM. Okay, right, just hit enter, and this path I am going to give it here, guys. Just minimize it, and I'm going to give this path here. Okay, control V. So I'm going to install Microsoft Windows. Okay, and I'm going to install other Windows 64-bit. Why? Because I'm going to install Windows 2019 64-bit operating system, guys. We have already discussed about the Windows Server versions. Windows 2019 I'm going to use. I don't see Windows 2019, guys, so I'm going to choose other Windows 64-bit. So always you have to choose 64-bit only. don't choose 32-bit machines. 32-bit machines, sometimes you can see only 32-bit machines. 32-bit machines are older machines, very old machines. Okay, don't choose 32-bit machines, 64-bit. If you don't see 64-bit, then there is a problem. I'll tell you how to troubleshoot it. Okay, so now I'm just selecting other Windows 64-bit, guys. Next, and I'm going to use RAM. This is the memory and RAM both are same, guys. I'm going to allocate 3 GB initially. 3 GB means how much, guys? How much MB?
3,152,000.
Okay, so everyone knows that, guys. MBs, KBs, GBs, TBs. Okay, if not,
Yes.
so let me tell you, guys. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte, guys. Okay, 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB, kilobytes. 1024 KB is equal to 1 MB, megabytes, guys. 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB, gigabyte. 1024 GB is equal to 1 TB, terabytes. Mostly we'll use up to here only. Okay, mostly we'll use up to here. So sometimes the database file sizes and all will be 1 TB, 2 TB, 3 TB. So like that, you can see up to TBs. You are not going to handle more than that. Okay, after that, if you want to know, 1024 terabytes is equal to 1 petabytes, guys. 1024 petabytes is equal to 1 hexabyte. 1024 hexabytes is equal to 1 octabyte, zettabyte. So like this, we don't use it, guys. More like we maybe this kind of storage will be used in the supercomputers like ISRO, NASA, these kind of very big machines. They have to process a lot of images, right? Within fraction of seconds, they have to process a lot of images. So to study the environment, weather and all. So for that, like for very bigger machines, okay, for weather machines kind of thing, for satellites and all, people will use this kind of storage. But early DBA, like will manage up to terabytes. So sometimes you can see a big file like this, guys. KB. Now, can anyone tell me in GBs how much GB it will be weekly? Weekly. You should know this. Why? Because we are going to handle the file sizes with different file sizes. So quickly you should be able to identify the size of this file. Not exactly, but roughly you should be able to identify the size of this file in GBs or TBs. Tell me, guys.
23.
Sorry?
23 GB.
23 GB? 23 GB? Is it
Yes.
23 GB? Are you sure?
2 GB.
239 GB.
239
239 GB.
GB?
Yeah.
2 GB, I think.
2 GB, you think? Okay, so there is a shortcut for this also. No need to use any calculators. Just divide into 3 parts, guys. Three parts. Units, tens, hundreds. Okay, 395 KB. After KB, what we will get it, guys? After KB,
MB.
4
MB.
MB, 4 MB, 84 MB, 284 MB. Next, after MBs, after MBs,
Gigabyte.
GB, 9 GB, 39 GB, 239 GB, guys. This is clear. You should be identify like this. Why? Because sometimes if you see the database backup file sizes and all, it will be like this only. You can see you cannot open calculator and you cannot count it. Okay, so very simply just divide it as three parts, and then you can just mention like this. You can just, this is a rough size. I'm not saying exactly it's 239 GB. Maybe it can be 230 GB, 235 GB, something like that. But roughly you can say this is a almost equals to 239 GB, guys. Okay, clear everyone? Is it clear, guys? Right? So now what
Yes, sir.
I'm going to do, I'm going to allocate MB. So in the form of MBs, I have to allocate 3 GB. I'm going to allocate. So how much MB it will be, guys? 3 GB, how much MB it will be? 3 into 1024, how much?
3072.
3072. 3072 MB. See guys, everyone can't allocate that much memory. I am having 16 GB. See, maximum 16 GB I am having. So in your machines, it can be 4 GB also. It can be 8 GB also. It can be 16 GB also. Okay, so it depends upon your machine RAM capacity you have to allocate. Shanmukh assigned 3 GB, I will also assign 3 GB. That is not a good option. If you are having 16 GB, allocate 3 GB. If you are having 4 GB, don't allocate 3 GB, guys. Okay, your laptop can't survive. It will be hanged. Okay, so better check this. Here, if it is showing 3 GB, allocate only 1 GB. If it is showing 8 GB, better you can allocate 2 GB. If it is more than 8 GB, you can allocate 3 GB, guys. Clear, everyone? Next, I'm going to create a virtual hard disk now. Create it. And virtual hard disk format is VDI format. And next, and then dynamically allocated it should be. And next, and I'm going to allocate the storage now. Okay, see here. In the D drive, batch 56 VM we only created, right? In that again batch 56 folder, batch 56.vdi file will be created. Okay, and that file size can grow up to 25 GB. I am giving 25 GB, guys, here. So 25 GB is enough. Means we'll get a machine with a C drive of 25 GB capacity. Okay, 25 to 30 GB is enough. If you are practicing more, you can give 30 GB. But again, what you should keep in mind, guys, it depends upon the free space in your drive. What you should keep in mind, it depends upon the free space in your drive. If you see in this PC, I created, okay, I created batch 56 VM in the D drive. So in the D drive, I'm having 53 GB free space. So I can give up to, where is it? Right. So I can give here, I can give up to 25 GB, 30 GB. I'm having free space in my D drive. So it depends upon the free space in your drive. At least make sure at least 40 GB free space is there. Okay. In that drive only you create this image, guys. Okay. So I'm going to allocate 25 GB, which will be dynamically allocated. Dynamically means it will grow up to 25 GB based on your usage. Now I'm going to create a virtual machine with a C drive 25 GB, guys. So that 25 GB, if it is fixed size, it will lock that 25 GB from this C drive, from this D drive. So 53 minus 25, you can't see the whole free space. 53 minus 25, you can see here. So if you give 25 GB dynamically allocated, whenever there is a need, it will grow up to 25 GB. So you can still utilize the unused free space to your drive. Is it clear, guys, everyone? Is it clear? So while creating, you can see two options, dynamically allocated and fixed size. Don't give fixed size. Always choose dynamically allocated. Why? Because you can make use of the free space properly. If you use fixed size, if you are not practicing, it will still hold that 25 GB or 30 GB, whatever you are giving. If you give dynamically allocated, how much you are using in that 25, you are using 10 GB only, remaining 15 GB, at least you can use for your local purpose. So this is how the dynamically allocated and fixed size will work, guys. Here you can give 25 GB or 30 GB based on the free space that is there in this drive. Okay, fine. So next, create it, guys. Done. This is how we'll create the VM, guys. Is it clear, everyone? And again, don't worry, this will be done by the Windows team. Just to understand, just to practice. We don't have any Windows team. We don't have a network team. We don't have storage team. So throughout the next 2-3 months, you are the Windows team, you are the storage team, you are the network team. You are, of course, primarily you are a DBA. Okay, clear, guys? Any questions, doubts in creating the VM?
Now, Shanmugh,
Yes, yes.
if I want to increase the
You
size,
can
so
do
how
that.
it?
You can do that. In case if you want to increase that, go to File, go to this Virtual Media Manager, Okay, and then
Okay.
choose the VM, which machine you want to increase, select the VM, and here you can
56.
increase from 25 to 30
Okay.
GB, 40 GB, 50 GB.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Questions?
Shamu, can you just troubleshoot on how if we cannot see the 64-bit, how to see that?
Yeah, that is also very important. Yeah, let me explain now. So while creating the VM, I told you, right? While creating the VM, you can see 32-bit, 64-bit, both machines you can see. Some of you can see only 32-bit. Okay, so why you can see only 32-bit means if the virtualization is not enabled, then you can see only 32-bit machines in this list, guys. In the version list, only 32-bit machine it will show. So what is the solution here? You have to enable the virtualization. So virtualization is actually an extra setting that you have to enable on the boot level. It's not like something I can show you. Boot level means you have to restart your laptop. You have to go to boot settings where there are no applications will work. So you have to simply select the boot settings and there you can see virtualization. So from there you can enable that setting. Then only once you enabled it, you have to restart it and then you can see 64-bit. Mostly people, the virtualization, if you are using the latest laptops like up to like 4 or 5 years old laptops, virtualization will be enabled, guys. Where we can check whether it is enabled or not, go to task manager. Generally for most of the machines it will show you in the task manager itself. So I guess go performance, somewhere here it will show you CPU. Yeah, go to CPU section, guys. Yeah, so go to CPU section. Here you can see virtualization. So if it is showing enabled, then no worries. No need to do anything from your side. In case people, if you are connected from the laptops, please check this setting once and let me know in case for everyone, for anyone it is showing disabled, something like that. Just check it once. Go to task manager on your taskbar, right click task manager and then go to your performance tab and then click on CPU. There you can see virtualization. Just check it once. If for everyone, if it is showing enabled, no need to discuss this point. If it is for anyone, if it is showing disabled, then definitely we have to discuss. And again,
Yeah, I have it.
yes, please. So again, we don't enable and disable in the organization. This will be taken care by the Windows team. Okay, so guys, for everyone, is it enabled?
I have it as disabled.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So Tabang, for you it was disabled?
Yes.
Okay, fine, no issues. Fine. In case if it was disabled, okay, you cannot directly enable from here. So what you have to do is you have to start your laptop in the BIOS. Okay, so depends upon the laptop vendor. If it is Lenovo, the boot key will be different. If it is Dell, the boot key will be different. So you have to first find out the boot key. So what is your laptop? Which company?
HP.
Think, sorry.
HP.
I hope it's not MacBook.
No, no, MacBook.
Can you just spell it? I can't hear you properly. HP. Oh, okay, okay. HP boot key. Just mention HP boot key in the Google. So you can see here. HP boot key repeatedly. See, to access boot menu on an HP computer, you can press the escape key repeatedly after turning on the computer. So you have to restart your computer. So once you restarted your computer, before it is coming online, before you can see the blue screen, just from that second, next second onwards, keep pressing escape key. For some of the people, you can see you can press the F10 key also. Okay, F10 key. So just keep pressing F10, F10, F10 before it is coming online. Once you restarted and again immediately it will come online sometimes. So once you restarted, immediately the next screen will be black screen. So immediately try to press F10 key. For some of you, it can be F11. For some of you, it can be F2. Function keys. You can see on the top function keys. Okay, so keep pressing it, then immediately you will get one beep sound. So it will enter into BIOS settings. So once it was entered into BIOS settings, enable the VirtualBox virtualization. Okay, just type it in the Google like this. You will get images. So I cannot show you why, because in the boot menu, nothing will be shared. The Zoom app and all, it won't work, guys. So that's why I cannot show you how you have to enable and all. Okay, so I'll just tell you how to enable. If you are facing any issues, let me know. You have to do a video call to me. I'll troubleshoot. Okay. So now once you entered into the boot menu, you can see there are different options like advanced option, sometimes configuration option, like these kind, sometimes direct virtualization option you can see. Okay, so if you see here different options, see, cursor won't work here in the boot menu. You have to use up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow, and then you have to go to advanced, and then you have to use down arrow, and you have to go to virtualization and hit enter. Once you hit enter, you will get two options like this: disabled, enabled. Okay, again use the, you can see here virtualization. Again use the up arrow or down arrow and just select enable button. Once you enabled, you can see there is an option like this: F10 save and exit. Okay, like this you can see F10 save and exit. Or some laptops, again depends upon the laptop to laptop, guys. So some laptops will be like F10 save and exit, some laptops will be escape save and exit kind of thing, you will get it. And once you enabled it, then you have to simply hit enter, and then you have to hit F10. Once it was enabled, automatically it will reboot, and then once the machine is back, again go and check whether it was enabled or not. Okay, this is how you have to troubleshoot. Clear? Questions, doubts?
Clear.
Okay, in case if you are facing, if anyone is facing any issues in enabling virtualization, just let me know. I'll help you guys. You have to do
For
it.
me also, it is showing like for not enabled.
Oh, it was showing like disabled. Okay, no problem, Padma. Okay, so this is how you have to enable. It is clear right now?
Yeah. No, I will restart my later.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Fine, guys. Any questions, doubts? In case if anyone is facing the issue, just follow the steps that we just discussed. That will be enough to enable the virtualization, guys. Okay. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So once you created the VM, now we are good to install. We just created the platform. We just created the platform. We haven't installed any operating system. Now we have to install the operating system. Now we have to install the operating system, guys. Okay. So what we can do now, right click, settings. If you want to install the operating system, generally what you are going to do, guys, you will put some bootable DVD earlier. Now no one is using any DVDs and all, or pen drive, bootable pen drive and all, where you can find the media. Media means software. The OS file you can call it as a media. So now this is a virtual machine where I can put the DVD and all, where I can put the portable media and all. For that we have one solution that is called ISO images. ISO images. So ISO image is a virtual DVD kind of thing. It's a virtual image file. Okay. So now go to your storage section, click on the empty CD, select this drop down. Generally, I can see, as I'm using since years, I can see multiple options here, but you don't see all these options. You can see only first and second option. So choose this virtual disk optical file. And what you can do, guys, you have to, before doing this, you have to download the softwares that I gave you. For some of you, I already gave you the access to download the softwares. Simply go to your registered Gmail ID, left side, go to your Google Drive. Right side, you can see Google Drive and all. Just go to Google Drive. Once you open the Google Drive, left side, you can see shared with me option. Some of you might get an email update. Some of you, okay, sometimes it will not show you any emails. Maybe it might went into spam and all. So go to your Google Drive, the registered Gmail ID Google Drive, and left side you can see shared with me option, and click on that shared with me option. You can see softwares. Okay, softwares. So just click on that softwares. You can see three folders. I mean, say three softwares, mainly Windows Server software, SQL Server 2019-2022, SSMS softwares. Download all these softwares and keep it in one location. Okay, keep it in one drive, separate drive, maybe like in any folder. You can just create one softwares folder. Guys, to learn the things properly, always you should know you have to align the things properly. To learn the things properly, you have to align the things properly first. Then only you'll get the interest. Otherwise, maybe you might get 10 minutes or 15 minutes interest to study. In this 10-15 minutes, if you are wasting your time in searching the things itself, there is no use. After 10-15 minutes, you will get bored and then close your laptop, open the mobile phone, check the shorts and Instagram reels. Okay, so that's not good thing, guys. Again, just align the things properly means create a separate folders. For softwares, create a separate folder. For notes, material, create a separate folder. In case if you are doing any R&D, create a separate document. Try to write your own notes, guys. Even though I'm providing the notes, try to prepare your own notes that will give you some extra interest in case while studying, while practicing. In case if you feel sleepy, just write your own notes. That will be very helpful, believe me. So if you are creating proper documentation, believe me, in the organization also, as a professional, they might ask you to prepare the documentation and all. You can't say no, I don't know and all. So if you are like doing from day one onwards, documenting the things, so that will help you a lot in learning the things, in maintaining the things properly. Okay, so again, create separate folders for each of the content that we are giving. Okay, so you are going to see only these two options. So select the first option, go to the download section, in which drive or folder you downloaded the softwares. Go to that location. You can see Windows 2019. So I am going to use Windows Server 2019, guys. Okay, throughout our practice, the operating system, I'll use Windows Server 2019, guys. Okay, so once you downloaded, you can see Windows 2019. So just double click on it, the machine will be attached. The software will be attached as an ISO file, see .iso. Okay, click OK. Now we just attached the software also. Once you attach that software, what you have to do, once you just insert that DVD or pen drive, what you will do, guys? You will start, right? Once you started the VM, then only it will start picking up the things, right? So now we just gave the software. Now we have to start the VM. How to start the VM? You can see here. Select the VM, start it. Right click, start it. Normal start. Or there is a shortcut for this, just double click on it. That's enough. So once you double click on the machine will start. So once it started, it will start picking up the OS. Okay, and then you have to select some inputs. Okay, so while installing the operating system, you have to select some inputs. Once you selected those inputs, guys, the OS installation will be done. Okay, right. So now it is loading the file. This also will be done by Windows team only. We don't install operating systems in the organization. You will not have permissions also to install. Even though I know how to install Windows Server, please give me permissions. No, they will not give. In case if they are giving you, then someone will come to you, hey, I know how to take the backup. Can you please give me access on the SQL Server? Are you going to give? No, right? So that is their responsibility. This is our responsibility. So creating the VMs, installing the operating systems is Windows team responsibility. Installing SQL servers, like taking care of the databases, is our responsibility. So this is the operating system window, guys. So just click next, click on install now. I'm not changing any date and time. So by default, it will be US date. So please make sure, generally the servers sometimes will be, most of the servers will be from the US time zone, or maybe they'll create it in the US time zone, and most of the servers. So you will be habituated to the US time zone while accessing the servers. Just check the date and time every time. Okay. So choose the last option, guys, desktop experience. Next. And I accept the license terms. Any software we have to select accepting license terms, click on advanced, and 25 GB hard disk, it is going to be created. Sometimes this next button will be grayed out. Okay, maybe by mistake, if you click outside, this will be grayed out. Select the C drive and this will be enabled, guys. Next, and then that's it. This is how we'll install the Windows Server operating system. Very simple to install, guys. Next, install. Okay, so once this is ready, then we have to connect to the server and then we have to discuss some other things, guys. Clear? Questions, doubts as of now? Any questions, guys? No questions? Are we good?
Yes, sir. No, we are good. In the organization also, we can see the same kind of things.
See, in the organization, they might use Oracle VirtualBox. They might use VMware. They might use Hyper-V. So don't know which interface they are using to create the VMs. If they are using Oracle VirtualBox, same kind of interface. But again, I'm saying at the end of the day, you will get access to the server only. You don't see all these VMs. This VirtualBox manager, this interface will be controlled by Windows team. Only Windows team will have access. Starting, stopping VMs, everything will be done by the Windows team only, creating the VMs and all. So no matter how they are doing, what they are doing, at the end of the day, you will get access to the server. So you have to connect to the server by using the server name, and then you have to start doing like maintaining the databases or installing the servers and all, SQL servers. Okay. So it can be the same or it can be with a different view, but no matter what it is, at the end of the day, right? See, for example, if you go to hotel, you just order some food. So the backend, we don't know who is cooking and all. Just you will get the food. You ordered the food and you are going to get it. Right? So the same way, don't know who is creating the VMs, what interface they are using in the backend. At the end of the day, you will get access to the VM. You have to simply connect to the VM and then you have to start installing SQL servers. Clear, guys?
Yes, and more clear.
Right. So let it be. What we can do in the meantime, we can discuss about the right. So now what we did, using some CPUs, using some memory, using some disk, we are creating the VM now using virtualization technology. Okay, using some CPUs, using some memory, by allocating some memory, by allocating some storage, using virtualization software like Oracle VirtualBox. Now we are creating the VM. Once we created the VM, we have to connect to the server. So how we are going to connect? In how many ways we can connect to the server? When we will connect? What and all tools we'll use to connect? So we'll be discussing now. Okay, so in the meantime, the installation will be done. So we'll discuss. Okay, before creating the VM, let's discuss this. So now the VM, once the VM is ready, the organizations, imagine this is your organization. This is your organization. Anything, Infosys or Wipro, TCS, anything, any company. Okay, these are the MNCs, guys, in India. Mostly Infosys, Wipro, TCS. Okay, and I guess you heard in US also. Right. So once the VMs are created, this is the virtual machine, guys. So now we have to connect to this VM. Inside this VM, we are going to install SQL Server. So if I want to install SQL Server in this VM, first I have to connect, right? Then how we will connect to the servers in the organization? Very important. From the day one onwards, you will do this in the organization. Believe me, lot of people, they lost their jobs as they don't know how to connect to the servers. Seriously. Seriously, after uploading the videos to the YouTube, many people called me, yes, because of this, I just lost my job. They don't know how to connect to the VM. They don't know what is RDP. So if you don't know, the first is like in the organization, once you got the job, there will be some KT sessions, knowledge transfer sessions, shadowing will be there. So they are going to shadow you for the next couple of months, how you are doing, what you are doing. So they might ask you to share the screen. They might ask you to do some things, some tasks. So once they ask you to share the screen, and if you don't know how to connect to the server, it is very difficult. They will immediately get to know that you don't know, you don't have real-time experience. So the first task that we will do in the organization is connecting to the server. So how we will connect to the server? In case if you are in the organization, how we will connect? In case if you are doing work from home, how we are going to connect? Let's discuss these two things. If you are in the organization, okay, so once you entered into the organization, so imagine this is your laptop, or let's go with this one. So you are in the organization now, organization network or organization building, whatever it is. When you are in the organization premises, you will be automatically connected to the organization network, guys. Okay, if you are out of the organization, out of the building, you will not connect. Once you are in the organization premises, then automatically you will be connected to the organization network. Network is very important. Network will play a crucial role here. So the servers also in the Infosys network, your laptop is also in the Infosys network. Why? Because you're doing work from office. So both are in the same network, or there might be a trustworthy between the networks. Okay. So when you're in the office, any branch, any location. So when you're in the office, automatically you can open your laptop. Okay. And you can just log into your laptop. While logging in, they will give you some credentials, guys. So you will log into your laptop. So what you will do now, you will simply type RDP in your laptop. RDP in your laptop, you will simply type RDP. This is how mostly will connect, guys. Some people will also use third-party tools. I'll tell you. You will simply type RDP. Like now, if you type RDP in my laptop, I'll get a screen like this. Okay. In my laptop, I'm typing just to show you. RDP. It's taking time to load that. Just type RDP. Okay. Or else you can even type remote also. You can type RDP, you can type remote also. Just a minute, it is loading. Yeah, you can see here on top a blue screen with the two arrows. Or you can simply type remote also. RDP, remote desktop protocol, or RDC, remote desktop connection. Okay, both are same, right? So you can, my system is a little slow, guys, as it is creating the VMs and all. You can simply type remote also. Okay, you can simply type remote also. Just type remote. So then also you'll get the same kind of, this is a tool, small tool, or we can call it as an application, small application, which will help you to connect to the server. So once you clicked on this, now guys, we have 23 participants in the class. If I want to talk to any particular person, I will use their name. Hey, Alpha, Alsifa, Anjan, Bhagya, Joshna. So I'll call you with your names, right? Leah, Nizu, Nitin. So I'll call you with your name. So here in the organization, we'll have multiple servers. Okay, we'll have different servers. Okay, to which server you want to connect? So you have to give one name, right? That is called server name. That is called server name. Every server will have a server name and IP address. So you can either use server name or IP address to connect to the server. For example, if I assign roll numbers to everyone in the class, you can see, right? I don't know how many of you remember your roll numbers, guys, in the class. Mine is 61. when I'm doing my post graduation. You remember, guys? Any of you remember your roll numbers and all? So they don't usually call with names. Hey, 61, 60, 55. Generally, you know, right? In the college. So like this. So in case if I assign you any roll numbers, maybe I'll call you with your roll numbers also. So either I can use your name or I can use your roll number to call you. In the same way, to connect to the servers, either I can use server name or I can use server IP address. Okay. Now what I'll do, imagine this is my server name, guys. Something like this. Okay. Batch 56 server name. Imagine something like this. Okay. So now when I click RDP here, I'll get a interface like this. So here you have to mention your computer name. Computer name, server name, both are same. So if the computer name is batch 56, you have to mention batch 56 here. So once you mention batch 56, you have to click, or IP address also is fine. Then you have to click connect. As of now, batch 56 is still, it is in the process of building, right? So you cannot connect. In case if the machine is not running, if the machine is not existed, you will get an error like this. See, I'll show you. You will get an error. Computer can't be connected. Either computer name is incorrect or make sure the computer is connected to the network. Kind of error you are going to get it. Let's wait for that error. Right? See here. Remote desktop can't find the computer batch 56. This might be that batch 56 does not belong to the specified network. Verify the computer name and domain name that you are trying to connect to. Okay. So this is how you will get it in case if the machine is not existed or the machine is not up and running. When I am calling you, you should be awake. If you are simply sleeping in the class, even if I am calling, right, you cannot respond. In the same way, when I can connect to the server is up and running. See here, there are so many servers created. I can't connect to these servers. Why? Currently, I can't connect to these servers. Why, guys? They are in powered off state. They are in stopped state. If the machine is in stopped state, how can I connect to them? I can't write. If the machine is up and running, see, this is running, but it is still building, right? It is still in building stage. Now, once everything is ready, once we enable some settings, then I can connect to this machine. So if the machine is in stopped state or if the machine is not in the same network, you cannot connect, guys. So that's why you are getting this error. Don't worry. Okay, so this is how you have to connect if you are doing work from office. Is it clear, guys, everyone?
Shanmugha, I have a question.
Please.
So if I bring my own laptop to my organization and if I have connected to that network, will I able to access
First
that
of all,
server?
who will allow you to bring your own laptop to the organization? First itself,
Suppose if
at
I
the
suppose
gate itself, you will be blocked. First thing. Still, if you are using your own network, right, your own laptop, so once you are into the organization, you should know Wi-Fi password, right? Who will give you the Wi-Fi password? Have you seen any situations that they are going to share Wi-Fi password in the organization? If you want to connect, you should know the Wi-Fi password. Or Shanmukh, I'll use LAN cable. It will detect your MAC address, right? Using MAC address, it will immediately detect that the computer is not belongs to the network, and it will immediately send the alarm to Windows team. They are going to immediately come to you and they will ask what you are trying to do. Why? Because you might steal the data. So that's a very big crime. First of all, at the security gate itself, it will be blocked. Somehow you managed and you took the laptop inside the office. You cannot connect to office network without having username password or Wi-Fi password. No one will share you the Wi-Fi password and all. Windows team will itself will configure the Wi-Fi password. So automatically, if you are using office laptops, automatically your laptop will be connected to the office network. If you are using a third laptop which does not belongs to your network, immediately you should know username and password. Of course, you will not get it. If you are using LAN cable, immediately the IT team will detect and they are going to send a ping slip to you. Okay, happy now?
yes.
Yeah, that's how it will work, guys. Now, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So now, if you are doing work from Office, this is what, you don't need any extra softwares other than RDP. If you are doing work from home, so in that scenario, there is no big difference, guys. Even though you're doing work from home, same thing will happen, but little extra words you are going to hear. Okay, so home. Okay, right. This is my home or your home. So now you're doing work from home option. Okay, so now when you're doing work from home option, work from home, okay, what you are going to do, guys? You will open your laptop. Okay, and then immediately what you will do? Once you open your laptop, what you will do immediately? You'll connect to the internet, or automatically will be connected to the internet. Internet means router. Okay, so now you'll use this router. So your laptop will be connected to the router. Now, so imagine you are using Airtel, Hathway, Act, internet providers, guys. In the US, don't know CFI, right? I guess CFI is the internet provider in the US, right? You have Act or Hathway, guys, in the US. Can anyone name some internet providers?
Verizon.
Okay.
Xfinity.
Okay, great. Right, so you'll be connected to the internet using the router. So your laptop is connected to the internet, guys. Your laptop is connected to the internet now. Fine. So internet means that is also one network, right? Internet is also one network. So, but you are still not yet connected to the Infosys network. Okay. So Infosys is using one network. You are using one network in your home. This is one network. This is another network. Okay. So now there are two different networks. If there are two different networks, to bridge these two different networks, we'll use one software called VPN. What is that, guys? VPN software. What VPN will do? VPN, virtual private network. So this will be installed in your laptop. Okay, this will be installed in your laptop. Windows team, once they gave you the laptop, office laptop, they will install this VPN software. So VPN software will help you to connect or to bridge between two different networks. VPN will help you to bridge between two different networks. So now using VPN software, your network will be connected to the office network, guys. Are you getting the point? Using VPN software, your home network will be connected to the office network. Now you are in the office network, guys. Guys, are you getting the point? Any questions, doubts? So this is only for knowledge purpose. No one will ask any kind of interview questions. Okay, just for knowledge purpose. As you are from non-IT and you don't know what is VPN and all. Sometimes when you are trying to connect to the servers, it might throw you the error. So the Windows team will ask you immediately, or the other team will ask you immediately, have you connected to the Office VPN, Office network? So that is called VPN, virtual network, virtual private network. This is a separate software. This will help you to bridge between two different networks. This is Airtel. This may be some other network. They are using their own network. So there are two different networks. To bridge between two different networks, we'll use a software called VPN, guys. Are we good now? So once you use VPN, once you connected to the VPN, automatically it will be connected to your Infosys network. Then the same process, you will open RDP in your laptop and you will just give the server name and then you will just give the username and password and then you will connect to the server. The process is same. Oh, VPN will help you to connect to the office network. That's it. Okay, so I told you, right, VPN is a software. So what and all different VPN softwares are there in the market, guys? Can anyone tell me? VPN
Proton.
softwares in the market. So in the organization, if you go, they will install some VPN softwares. So what and all some famous VPN softwares? Cisco any connect.
40 client.
40 client. Global Protect. I hope you heard this Global Protect. Next. Pulse Secure, very good.
Turbo.
Pulse Secure. Okay, maybe I don't know. I never used Turbo. So Turbo. Okay, so these are all the different VPN softwares. These softwares will be installed by the Windows team in your laptop, not in the servers. In your laptop, the company given laptop, they are going to install. Or else if you are using personal laptop, they will connect to your personal laptop and they are going to install this VPN software. In the VPN software, they will mention the target network name and IP address and some credentials. So automatically when you turn on your laptop, automatically VPN software will be connected to your network. Where I can see VPN in your laptop, this kind of option will be there. Show hidden icons. Click on that. You can see VPN software like this. Somewhere it will show you Global Protect or some other icon it will show you. Okay, so this is how you can identify whether the laptop is connected to the VPN or not. Only if you are doing work from home, wait a minute. Only if you are doing work from home, then only you have to use VPN softwares. And the organization, we don't need VPN. Okay, automatically you are in the office network, right? So you don't need any VPN. When you are doing work from home, then you have to use VPN softwares. Yes, Charan.
Yeah, like VPN and VDI, AVD, these terms are
VDI is
same or
different,
different?
VPN is different. VDI is different, VPN is different.
Okay.
Right? So now the machine is ready, guys. Okay, the installation is done. It was successful. The machine is ready now. Now I have to give the username and password. So I'm giving the password, guys, now. Enter. So again, use same strong password throughout the practice. If you don't know the password, if you forgot the password, again, that will create a problem. Okay. So while practicing and all, in different scenarios, if you're giving different password, you don't know, okay, which password where you gave. So always use strong password, minimum 8, 1 caps, 1 small. Shanmukh, you only tell me the password. Choose any new password, which will be like strong enough with minimum 8 characters, one special character, 1 caps, 1 small, and 1 number. Right, guys? Questions, doubts? So sometimes in the organization also will use either RDP to connect to the server or we'll use some other tools also. Okay, we'll use either RDP to connect to the server or we'll use some other tools also. Okay, that will be VDI. It's also one tool. It's an interface. First, sometimes for extra safety, you'll heard this word sometimes. For extra safety, they don't directly allow you to connect to the office servers, guys. They don't directly allow you to connect to the office servers. You cannot directly connect to the office servers using your RDP. Okay. So first you have to connect to one server called jump server or jump host. So always whatever server you are connecting, first always you have to connect to jump host. From there, you have to connect to other servers. Are you getting the point, guys? Everyone, what is jump host? Jump host is a third-party server. Okay, for extra safety and all, they will use jump host. From first, you have to log into jump host using RDP. Once you logged into jump host using RDP, from here you can connect to any of the servers. Instead of directly connecting from your laptop, first you have to connect to jump host. From there you can connect to any of the servers, guys. So that is one kind of connection. Okay, and for that we will use different softwares. Jump host also we have different softwares like what we can say that VDI. VDI is also one kind of jump host. Okay, CyberArk is a kind of jump host. What else?
Citrix.
Citrix apps. Citrix apps. CyberArk. VDI. Citrix apps. So if you heard these words, these terminologies, make sure they are jump hosts, guys. VDI tool, Citrix apps. What else? CyberArk. These are all the Bombgar. I don't know what is. Can you spell it? Bombgar.
Yes.
Oh, okay, done. Fine. So these are the different terminologies you might heard. If you are like new to the organization and all, you might heard any of the organization. Some organizations will use direct RDP. Some organizations will use VDI tools. Some organizations will use Citrix apps. Some organizations will use CyberArk. Some organizations will use Bombgar. So like that it will be, guys. Are we good? Fine. Okay. So that's it for now. Take a break. Come back after 15 minutes and we'll discuss other things, guys. Okay. Break for 15 minutes. Record.